Interesting. I wonder, Chris, can you share your screen? When I try to share, it'll only let me share our Telegram messages, which would be interesting in and of itself.
That would be interesting.
That could be a whole nother training.
Let me see. Just stay tuned, people, as we have some good technical difficulties.
Hold on.
You know you're live when you have fun like this. Yeah, I can look for it as well, Cliff. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about Bitcoin. So the price of Bitcoin has been going up like crazy, and it's been really fun to watch. And it's super fun for people like me that have been hardcore believers even when everybody else was getting out of it. You know, they say the two things that people want more than anything in this world is they want to be loved and they want to be right. How good does it feel to be right? When when Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 3,000 and everybody said it was dead, and I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And, for a year, 2 years, almost 3 years, everybody kind of making fun of it. And then here we are. So it is super exciting. But the reason why the price of Bitcoin has been going up and up and up is because so much smart money has been being poured into Bitcoin. When you look at BlackRock, one of the largest financial institutions in the world, they're now helping their investors invest into cryptocurrency and kind of doing the research for them and spreading out a small portion of their investment into like a potpourri, a different basket of crypto funds. So it's really interesting to see what's happening. You've got Elon Musk put in 1.5 billion, then he put in another 1.5 billion, then Apple Pay approved Bitcoin, then PayPal approved Bitcoin. All we need next is for Jeff Bezos to approve it with Amazon.com and watch the price go to 200,000. I mean, who knows? The sky's the limit. So the reason why the price of Bitcoin has been going up so much lately is because so much smart money has been being poured into Bitcoin. Very different than 2017. 2017 was kind of this media-induced mass hysteria. It was all the little people just getting excited and lots of little orders. What we're seeing now in the order books is a lot more big orders from institutions, from banks, from big major corporations, from multi-billionaires like Elon Musk. And so it's growing and growing and growing. Now we saw a little pullback. It went from 58,000 down to like 52,000 this morning. I looked at my account and I was like, but that's okay. It never just goes up and up and up and up. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you look at the price of Bitcoin since 2008, every year it's been making a trend upwards. Now, of course, we've had some real big dips, but year after year, it keeps succeeding and it keeps moving up. And so what Bitcoin was designed for was to be a better store of value. If you look at the US dollar, every year it's worth less. And how bad does it suck to work and work and work and save and save and save, and you've got money in the bank. And if you've got money in the bank, you think you're winning, but you're actually losing. And the reason why you're losing is because prices are going up and the value of a dollar is going down. And so I used to wonder, why does everybody want to invest? I don't get it. Like, make money, save money, put it away, earn interest. The interest that you're earning from the bank, the 0.01% a year that the bank gives you, doesn't cover the fact that the dollar is worth less every year and the prices of things are going up every year. So no matter how hard you work, you're kind of always falling behind. And sadly, our financial system is set up that way on purpose. And so Bitcoin was designed in 2008, right after the financial crash, as a better store of value where you could put your money somewhere and it would go up. In fact, it's interesting. What we've seen is when countries have financial crises similar to Venezuela, a lot of people get scared and then they want to put their money into cryptocurrency because it's a safer place. People are actually, what's crazy is in the beginning, people were like, I don't know if I could trust Bitcoin. Now people are like, I don't know if I could trust my government. And they're starting to trust Bitcoin more than their own government fiat issued currency. And so I think we're going to keep seeing crypto trend upwards and upwards and upwards. And of course, I'm guessing just like everybody else. But if you look at the news, if you look at what's happening, chances are Bitcoin's here to stay. Chances are, blockchain for sure is here to stay. And we've got the coolest platform to help you guys learn how to use it. What's interesting about this platform that's really different than Kraken or Gemini or Coinbase or any of the other major platforms. And don't get me wrong, those are all great platforms. Like, KuCoin, for example, has the most altcoins. Kraken has really low fees. Coinbase is really easy to use. all these different exchanges hang their hat on something, and they're all great at something, right? But I'll tell you what we're really great at is having everything under one roof, just making everything super simple for you. And I think that's the most important thing. The number one product in America today is convenience. And so my first mentor said, you want to be better, faster, and cheaper, but you're never going to be all three. But if you could be 2 out of 3, then you can make a lot of money. And I think what we've got here is pretty close to 3 out of 3, not quite exactly, but let me walk you guys through it. So Chris, can you share your screen and pull up the platform? Yep, there we go. Okay, so this is the very first thing you're going to see when you log in. And let me give you guys some little one-liners that you can write down. I don't believe in scripts. I think they sound cold and insincere, and people see it from a mile away. There's a great saying, people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. As soon as we feel like we're being sold, we're just like, ew. It's just like this slimy, gross feeling of get away from me. So I really believe in key phrases that you can remember that'll help you explain this platform without using any kind of script. And so here's some key phrases for you guys, okay? I would write this down. What makes this platform special is that everything is under the same roof. Normally, the exchange has to communicate with the bank, has to communicate with the card solution. So you've got 3 different entities that need to communicate. And what that does is it makes everything a little bit slower. Because when you buy crypto, the exchange has to make sure the money is good from the bank, right? When you spend it on the card has to make sure that the money is good or that the crypto is there. And so the more hands that touch your money, the more fees you're going to incur and the longer it's going to take. So the way to make a lot of money is to find a problem and solve it. And what this platform has done is they've taken, the banking part, they've taken the crypto part, and they've taken the card solution part, and they've put it all under the same roof. And that is truly what makes this platform special, okay? So right here, you see on the left, you've got all your different options. You've got dashboard, accounts, cards, crypto, concierge, shopping, and instant rewards. I feel like this platform was made for me because really what I do is I shop and I travel and I play with crypto, and I love to have people do stuff for me. And I see that little concierge button. It's the coolest thing ever. I'll tell you guys more about it in a second. But everything is right here under one roof. So let's go first, click on, dashboard, where we are right now is kind of a bird's eye view of everything. To be honest, I never use dashboard, but it's kind of cool. You can see your account, your card, some quick links. It's just kind of like everything from a bird's eye view. But let's click on accounts. Now, when you go to accounts, this is kind of like a James Bond 007 bank account, because not only are you going to have US dollar, but you're also going to have the pound, you're going to have the yen, you're going to have, different currencies. And so essentially you could trade Forex within your own account, and you can move money out of the dollar into the euro or whatever, and you guys could trade Forex. So it's really a lot more robust than your average kind of Chase or Bank of America checkings account, because instead of just having your checkings and your savings, you're going to have multiple currency wallets. So remember, this isn't a bank, this is an e-bank. Terminology is important and rules are important, but this is e-banking. And so you're going to be able to wire money out, you're going to be able to have money wired in, you're going to be able to pay all your bills from here. This can do everything your bank can do, plus a whole lot more. So when you first get this account, it's almost like, when I very first moved to South Africa and I had to learn to drive on the other side of the road and sit on the other side of the car and the stick shift, and just everything was a little different. This is kind of like you're used to driving a Honda Accord and now you're in some old school stick shift $300,000 Ferrari, and it'll take a little getting used to. But this is the accounts tab, and this is where you're going to find your government issued fiat currency wallets, whether it's the euro, the dollar, the pound, the yen, whatever. This is where you're going to find it. Okay, now go down and click cards. Most of you are just going to have one card. I've got a gold card, a metal card, and a plastic card. I've got a euro card, a US card. I think the other one's also a US card. And that just depends on where you are in the world. For example, with me traveling so much, a lot of times the conversion from euro to like Colombian peso is better than US dollar to Colombian peso. So I chose my card to be in euros, but that's an option that you guys can decide. And this is also the part of the platform where you can upgrade your card. You may start with the plastic, and then you may decide, you know what, I want the metal card or I want the gold card. And so this is where you guys can upgrade your cards. Okay, go down one more and click on crypto, my favorite tab. Now this is where you'll set up your wallet, okay? So remember, you've got your government issued fiat currency wallet, like your regular, US dollar wallet. This is your crypto wallet. So you've got your old school wallet and your new school wallet. Here you can see all of the different cryptocurrency wallets have already been set up. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Paxos, Litecoin, BAT, USDC, TrueUSD, Tether. We've got everything right here. Let's click on Bitcoin because that's what everybody's talking about right now. And this is where I can buy, sell, send, and receive, okay? So to be able to receive cryptocurrency to this platform, maybe right now you've got an account with Kraken or Coinbase. All you're going to do is scroll over to the right where it says your BTC address. You're going to copy and paste that BTC address. Then you're going to go to your Coinbase or your Kraken or wherever, and you're going to copy and paste that in, and that's where you're going to send crypto to. Don't worry. A lot of people are like, oh my God, what if somebody gets my address? Yes, they're going to need your address. That's the only way they can send you Bitcoin. So that address is public. Don't worry about it. It's not like your private keys or anything. And so you're going to give that address to people, and that's how they're going to be able to send you Bitcoin. Now let's click on buy. And this is where the platform really gets cool. I can decide to purchase Bitcoin in a US dollar amount, or if I'm really crypto savvy, I could be like, okay, I want to buy 25% of a Bitcoin, or I want to buy, like I could type in the Bitcoin amount, 0.006, and it'll convert it to the US dollar amount. So I could do it either way. Now what's really cool is when you purchase Bitcoin, all of the Bitcoin is going to be available right away. And some of you guys have heard me say this before. I bought 4 Bitcoin on Coinbase and I wanted to send it to somebody and I couldn't, because when you purchase cryptocurrency on the major exchanges, the exchange has to wait for the money to clear from the bank. So even though you buy the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin looks like it's available, you'll notice you can't send it off the platform. You can't make a payment. You can't send it to someone. You can't trade with it. You can't do anything with it until the money clears from the bank. So it's a little bit slower and you're going to have more fees. Whereas here, the cryptocurrency and the regular money is all under the same roof and it's all available instantly, which is super cool. If you're trying to buy on the dip and you're trying to sell the highs, you want to have it available right away so you can do that. You don't want to buy Bitcoin and then you can't sell it or you can't buy it quick enough because you're waiting for funds to clear. So this is a really cool part of the platform. Now let's go to sell. And it works the exact same way, okay? I can type in the Bitcoin amount or I can type in the US dollar amount. And like yesterday, I sold I think $5,000 worth of Bitcoin and the money was available right away, instantly. And that's so cool because for most people, if they sell Bitcoin on one of the major platforms, they've got to wait 3, 5, 6, 7 days for that money to clear. So let's say some college kid is like, dang, I don't have money for rent. I got to sell some of that Bitcoin my grandpa gave me for Christmas. Then he does that. He has to wait 5, 6, 7 days for that money to clear. So he's going to be late paying his rent. So here's another one of those catchphrases. We are on-ramps and off-ramps to your liquidity. What we specialize in is helping people have access to their funds immediately, whether it be cryptocurrency or whether it be cash. We're faster on-ramps and off-ramps to your liquidity. That's where this platform really excels. So when you sell cryptocurrency here, now with most exchanges, you need something like 4 confirmations on the blockchain before the funds will be available. There's some exchanges, believe it or not, all the way up to 32 transactions. We just need 1 confirmation on the blockchain and then we release the funds. So as soon as you sell Bitcoin here, you go click on accounts and you'll see the money is available in your wallet right away. Now you can either pay bills, you can pull it out of the ATM, you can do whatever you want with it, buy other cryptocurrencies, but it's immediately available, okay? Now click on send. And this is how you'll send Bitcoin to other people. So the first thing you'll do is you'll type in the amount of Bitcoin that you want to send. Then you'll copy and paste the address, the to address. Then right below to address, it says beneficiary. And it's interesting because it's all London terms. So we're like, what's that? Beneficiary is basically who you're sending it to. So let's say I'm sending it to Chris Baum. I would type in Chris Baum. And then your reference, that is the equivalent in America to memo. And so that's kind of like you just putting down, what you're sending it for. And this is really super helpful because when I first started to mine a lot of Ethereum, I was sending because Chris Baum is awesome. No? Cool. Exactly. I'll send you all my Bitcoin right now for being cool. And so, yeah, this is where you guys will send Bitcoin. But when I first started mining a lot of Ethereum, I was sending Ethereum to people and I was getting Ethereum from people. And when you look at your transaction log, it's really confusing because you don't know who it's to. It's just a whole bunch of numbers. And so having this little memo part is really nice because it enables you to be able to go back and look at your transactions and your statements and actually make sense of it, okay? So another really cool component. Now let's click on Concierge. And I don't know, everybody's different, but if you're like me, I hate doing stuff. I especially hate doing stuff for myself. I'm like helpless. I don't know if you guys ever heard girls are really great at being sick and guys are awful, but it's so true. When I'm sick, it's like the sky is falling. And if I have to renew my driver's license or shop for motorcycle parts or just do any of this kind of little stuff, I like big things. I like big problems. I like big projects. And so for me, when I have to do little stuff, I'm just like, it's just such a drag. And so I love, I've pretty much always had a personal assistant that was able to like pick up my dry cleaning or a maid or, I just don't like doing that stuff. And so this is a 24-hour a day, 365-day a year digital personal assistant. Now, obviously, they can't wash your car. They can't pick up your dry cleaning. They can't clean your house. There are some limitations to what a digital personal assistant can do, but they can do a lot of really cool stuff. I was able to renew my driver's license online through the digital concierge, and that's something I wasn't looking forward to doing. I was also able to shop for motorcycle parts all over the world, have those parts delivered to my concierge's apartment in New York, and then he delivered it all to me in Colombia because all those different websites didn't deliver to Colombia. So he found all the motorcycle parts, ordered all the parts, entered in the card to all those different websites, had everything shipped to his place in New York and then shipped out to me in Colombia, saved me a bunch of time and money. But it's also important, remember, to manage your expectations because, again, they can't wash your car, they can't pick up your dry cleaning, they can't babysit your kids. There's definitely things they can't do, right? But they could help your kid with their homework. And so I think when it comes to the concierge, two things. One, you've got to remember to use it. And two, you've got to manage your expectations that obviously there are some limitations. They can't sit there and watch a movie with you, okay? But the concierge is really super cool. And it's one of those things that once you guys start using it, you'll be like, wow, I don't know how I ever lived without it. They'll help you find the best deals on travel. They'll book your flights for you. There's a lot of really cool stuff. But it's something you've got to get used to using, okay? Now go down. The next tab is shopping. And this is actually called product procurement, but we changed it to shopping because we weren't sure how many people knew what product procurement meant. But this is basically like, let's say you're on a vacation and you see somebody that has a purse that you want and you're like, oh my God, I need that purse in my life. Then, you can type in the description, they'll find it, tell you what it is, buy it for you and ship it to you. So I was in Italy and I saw this guy, he was super tan, he looked really happy, and he was wearing these really cool shoes with a little star on it. And I was like, oh my God, I want those shoes. And I just typed in the description and they found it, bought it, shipped it to me. Super cool. Okay, scroll down to the next one, which is instant rewards. And instant rewards is basically an online shopping mall with hundreds, maybe thousands of stores, big major brands, Domino's, Adidas, Nordstrom, Sephora. You can see here Adidas, you get 11% cash back. When you look at the different crypto cards that are available online, like what used to be the Monaco card, crypto.com, you look at WireX, a lot of these cards have 2% cash back. And then when you get their higher level card or you have to stake coins, which means you have to lock up coins for 6 months, then you can get the next level card. Like if you stake $5,000 or $50,000, I believe with that card I just mentioned, it goes all the way up to $250,000. The more coins you lock up and stake, the more rewards you get. But the highest I've ever seen their rewards go is up to 6%. It goes 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%. Here, with even our most basic card, you get all the way up to 11% cash back. And I think on some of the stores, believe it or not, it goes all the way up to 15%. So the price of the membership monthly, easily you can make up right here and just getting cash back. And this is instant. So I'll tell you guys how I do this. This is the easiest way to do it, okay? Go to Adidas, find out what you want to buy, find out exactly what the price is, and then you go here to this online mall and you purchase a coupon. Like, see where it says Adidas? Chris, just hit select on Adidas. Now right here, you're going to buy a coupon. So see where it says amount, $20? So right there, let's say the shoes were 97 bucks. Let's just say they were 100 bucks. I'm going to type in $100. I'm going to buy the coupon for 100 bucks. I'm going to go back to the Adidas window, and then it's going to say gift card. Every major online store has this, okay? And we're going to give you a gift card number. Then you're going to type in that gift card number, or you just copy and paste it to Adidas. And then when you make the purchase, instantly you're going to get 11% off. So you're going to see 11% cash back in your accounts under statements. So this could save you hundreds of dollars a month, especially right now with COVID. Everybody's at home shopping. I mean, retail is practically dead. Jeff Bezos was already the richest guy in the world, but now he's like 10 times the richest guy in the world, with Amazon.com doing as well as it is. And so online shopping has really boomed, and you guys getting these discounts can offset the price of the account. So from shopping to concierge to travel to different multi-currency wallets to different cryptocurrency wallets, you guys have got everything on one platform right here, all super easy to use. And another thing that I think is worth mentioning is when I first started to sell a lot of Bitcoin, Chase shut down my bank account because they don't like having crypto clients. This is a crypto-friendly e-bank. You can buy and sell as much Bitcoin as you want, and you never have to worry about your account getting shut down. So there's so many cool little subtle nuances. You know, with Coinbase, you're limited to how much cryptocurrency you can buy. Just recently, my girlfriend tried to buy a few $1,000s of Bitcoin on Coinbase, and she was limited to $400 for her first purchase. Whereas with us, your very first purchase could be $10,000. You can buy and sell as much cryptocurrency as you want, as fast as you want, because everything is under the same roof. And it really just makes everything easier to use, which is the most important part. So, Chris, I think if we have time, I can see we've got some questions in the Q&A there. I could spend a little bit of time answering a few questions about the platform.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's kick it over to some Q&A. If you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. We also have a Q&A that we see over here. I know somebody asked about the cryptocurrency, you know, with that platform. Is it just Bitcoin only, or can you use other cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin?
Yeah, so we've got 9 different wallets right now: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, you know, all those different. When you click on the crypto tab, then you click add, you'll see all the different wallets, and we're always adding more wallets. But, you know, we've got all the major cryptocurrencies. Look at Coinbase, for example. I mean, they don't have a million of these altcoins. They've only got really like the top 10. So a lot of times people are like, oh my God, we need more wallets. Not really. I mean, you can be a huge, massive operation just carrying like the top 10. So yeah, if you want all the tiny little altcoins, I think KuCoin is probably the exchange that has the most amount of altcoins. But again, I mean, most people right now are just barely getting the hang of Bitcoin. So
perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then let's see, what else do we have? We have somebody, let's see, Nick asked, he said Coinbase fees are 1.5%, correct? And then he says Akashx is 3%, question mark. So he's just wanted to see what the percentages are from Coinbase to Akashx.
No, Coinbase is 4% to 9%. Coinbase Pro has lower fees, but they always find a way to get you. And so this is actually a great question, because when you go to Expedia and you type up, you know, I want to go to Hawaii and I want to stay in the Hyatt, and they're like, great, it's $190 a night. Then by the time you check out, they add in a $40 resort fee, and they add in all their taxes. And so what they're telling you you're paying isn't what you're actually paying. And they can bake those fees in a variety of different places. Sometimes the fee will come in at the very end and you'll pay the fee. Sometimes they'll take the fee and they'll pull it out of the amount of crypto that you receive. I can remember buying 1 Bitcoin and I was like, oh, cool, it looked like I got a great price. And then when I checked my wallet, I had like 0.991 Bitcoin. So they're really good at taking money out and hiding it. Just remember that no exchange is going to work for free. There's what's called a spot price. So let's say Bitcoin right now, for example, well, let's just make it easy. Let's just say Bitcoin's $10,000 a coin. When you purchase Bitcoin, you're going to pay $10,100. When you sell Bitcoin, you're going to get back $9,900. And so they're always making money on you, and they're really good at hiding fees. Coinbase averages between 4 and 9%. And it's dynamic, so it's always changing. So it's really difficult to track. But if your purchase is under $100, they take 9%. So if you sold, let's say, $100 of Bitcoin, they're going to take out $9. So Coinbase ranges from 4 to 9%. Akashx, I believe, is like 0.5% to 3%. So definitely cheaper. But that's not the only thing to look at. You've also got to look at the spread. And the spread is the difference between the buy price and the sell price. So when you're buying Bitcoin, okay, they're going to charge you a little bit over what the normal price is. And when you sell Bitcoin, they're going to give you a little bit less than it's worth. The difference, the delta, if you will, between those two amounts is what's called the spread. And so that spread is always changing based on the order books of how many people are buying and how many people are selling. But I can assure you, we're always cheaper than Coinbase. Coinbase Pro does have lower fees, and there are other exchanges that have lower fees. But across the board, we're kind of like the Costco of crypto. I recently purchased a Bitcoin on our platform and another platform. I saved $800 by purchasing a Bitcoin on our platform. So just remember, nothing's free. It's the first thing I learned in college in my economics class. They're all baking in and hiding fees in a bunch of interesting different places. So,
awesome. Great question. Thanks for that one, Cliff. Last question that we have is someone's asking, I've seen a couple of people ask about the cards. What's the difference between the cards as far as benefits or maintenance fee? If you go from one card from plastic to the gold, Can you highlight what the difference of those cards are?
The major difference for me is the price at which you can liquidate cryptocurrency. So for example, with the entry level card, I think you're liquidating your Bitcoin to cash at about 3%. I think the next card level up is like 2.5%, then 2%. And, so the higher level membership, then you're going to be able to liquidate your Bitcoin at a better rate. So to me, that's the biggest difference because I'm buying and selling Bitcoin like all the time. The concierge is pretty much going to be the same throughout all the different levels until you get to the top two tiers, or maybe it's the top tier. I'm not sure how you guys have it structured exactly. But that's when, at the basic entry levels, you're texting. As soon as you get up to the top tier, or maybe it's also the one right below that, then you actually have a designated concierge. Like my guy's name is D. Murdy. He's in Manhattan. He's like the coolest guy ever. And it's so awesome. I can call, I can talk to him. We tell jokes back and forth. And, we've actually built a relationship. So that's the main difference between the cards is, number one, the quality of card. You're going to go from plastic to aluminum to metal or to metal gold plated, right? And then it's also the price at which you're liquidating cryptocurrency. And then it's also, once you get to the higher levels, the concierge service is a little different.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your questions. Definitely. And then Cliff, of course, your knowledge. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and insight into this amazing platform. So I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you as you guys unlocked your superpower ability and learned some amazing things today. So what's next? Right? So from here, we can share. So how many are we going to share with today? Right? Who can share with 3 people today? Who can do a team training this week and share what we've learned, right? Who can invite individuals to the call next week and say, hey, tune in because there's some amazing things that I've learned, but Cliff is able to share with us through the entire platform, answer some of those Q&As, and that is powerful, right? So once you start sharing, you're helping others learn, then you're asking them to share, and that duplication process is powerful. So let's help others get their superpowers by sharing what you learned and inviting them to learn more about these webinars, right? And it's like Cliff said, right? Nobody wants to be sold to. So how are we helping these individuals get the information so they can take advantage of it, right? So all it requires is a commitment and a choice for you guys to go out and say, hey, I want to help you. I want to share with you. I want to teach you. Okay. So if you haven't joined Akashx, or you're wanting others to join Akashx, there is 3 options to join. So I'll pull that up. I'll share with you those 3 join options. Cliff, do you have anything you want to add to that, my friend?
No, man, you guys are awesome. I mean, the only thing I would add is just like knowledge is power. The more you know about the platform, the better you're going to come across. You know, it's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. And if you want your words to hit other people, you need to know what you're talking about. Confidence is something people boast when they lack clarity. You know, there's a lot of people out there running around trying to be over charismatic. And what you really need is clarity and intelligence and knowledge of the platform. And if you guys get the platform, start using the platform, share the platform, speak from a place of clarity and confidence that you actually know what you're talking about and you're not just, you know, all that BS, MLM, fake it till you make it. Don't get me wrong, I love MLM too, but I've always hated that saying, fake it till you make it's the dumbest thing ever. No, just learn it. You know, you guys can learn it, you can absorb it, you can get it, and you could be that beacon of light. You could be the lighthouse for all of your friends to help, you know, usher them into the crypto community.
Exactly. Learning is the superpower, and definitely you guys have that capabilities. And thank you again for tuning in. When it looks at, let me just share with this real quick. When we look at the new memberships, right, we rolled these out earlier this year. You can join as a builder, right? And Cliff was talking about the cryptocurrency, right? And Bitcoin and how to take advantage of that. So if you're looking at that from a builder standpoint, you can say, hey, okay, guide to cryptocurrency, sign me up. You know, for those individuals looking at the director, you know, maybe they want to add in a little bit of market research webinars or a web analyzer or a social trading platform, which we do those trainings Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So maybe they want to incorporate some of that. Maybe you guys are looking at this and saying, you know what, this DigiBank is so amazing. I want to take advantage of it. So I'm definitely going to echo to those and share with them my experience, but sign me up. I'm going to take advantage of it. And you can look at the executive for $299, all the amazing benefits that you guys get. And what Cliff shared is here with this DigiBank option. So you guys can kind of weigh it out. And as you're talking with people, they have 3 different options, which obviously, you know, when you have these options, you can kind of get a feel of where you want. But it definitely, me personally, after listening to Cliff walk through this, after doing our Tuesday trainings, I definitely would want to be a part of that social trading platform and the DigiBank platform because they are so powerful and we're learning a lot about it. So definitely echo this, share this. If you haven't got an Akashx membership, sign up today. Start sharing what you're learning because this is some powerful stuff. And as Cliff mentioned, the market's changing, right? The currencies are changing. Now is the time to jump in and take full advantage. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. And of course, Cliff, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us as you help us educate ourselves in what we need to share with our team. So again, thank you all. Again, we'll be back here Monday, same time, right? We're going to do these. Somebody asked if these are recorded. Yes, they are recorded. We're working on putting these into one location. So stay tuned for that. We'll send out a URL. You guys will be able to look at the recordings and watch the different recordings. So thank you all. Have an amazing week. And remember, who can you share with? Who can you help? And we'll see you next time. Thank you, my friends.